Hola Mi Gente, we're back again on another episode of
Raices NYC. And on this episode, we have
Héctor Serna. Buenas tardes. I'm a painter, I'm an illustrator, I'm a designer, I'm a sculptor, printmaker. Most of my world revolves around art in one way or another, whether that's through fashion, music, fine art, and or my actual full-time job is working in an art museum. I actually work full-time as an art installer and art handler for the Met Museum. And when I'm not there, I'm either at an art opening, at my friend's DJ gig, somewhere dancing a cumbia, or I'm like locked in my cave making drawings.
Yeah.
You know, lost in my thoughts, in my feelings, playing music, making mixtapes, hanging out with my cat.
Many titles, many activities. Yeah,
I have a lot of activities.
many passions.
Sometimes it like spreads me thin. Sometimes I can't finish any of them.
Yeah, I'm hearing all of this. I'm like, where do you find the time? You know, how do you schedule it?
I have a lot of energy. I don't sleep much. I'm usually up till 1 a.m. I get up like 6:20. Usually like on 6 hours of sleep. I'm horrible in the morning. It's like I'm like take it easy, coffee, like give me a sec. I'm kind of nice like by 9:30. Like that's like
PM?
AM. That's another level. But I'm not a morning person and I have a lot of hobbies. You got to make time for the things you love. I'm always like multitasking.
Yeah.
Chipping away at little things at a time, fitting it through a busy day and trying to not think about work. Separate the two.
yeah, because once you clock out, you're done. You're like, I'm.
That's
over
the
it.
beautiful part. I'm an art technician, so, you know, so I have a clock in, clock out situation. I work in a creative field. I'm around art and fashion all day. I get major inspiration from that, you know, because I'm in the museum every day. I know what time is mine.
Yeah.
You know, I need that discipline too, because I feel like if I didn't have that morning routine,
Yeah.
I might not
Yeah.
have like no discipline. I might just like never sleep, always be out. I wouldn't have any self-control.
Oh yeah.
It keeps you a little grounded.
It keeps me a little grounded. It gives me like a set schedule.
Were you always, had the schedule for yourself, or did you on the journey, like had to learn, had to set it up slowly?
You start to value your time more and more, I think, as you get older. As I've gotten older, I'm like, I only have so much time in the day. So you sort of like appreciate each little bit and do what you can. Before I had a full-time job, which is almost like 8 years now, that I'm at the museum, I was a freelancer for about 6 years. Okay. So I'd be working in Industry City.
Wow!
You know, I used to build sets and photo sets for catalog shoots just down on the end of the building here for West Elm. And when this building first started getting built, it was probably like 2012. It was after a major hurricane and flooding. Like the first couple of floors of this building were flooded. And none of this was here. Nothing. It was old, rotting, falling apart. And I started building the sets. So we'd build walls, we'd build floors, and then we'd bring in the furniture, install the art, do the lighting, and we would shoot the catalogs for the product. And when I wasn't over here, I was in Chelsea.
Okay.
I worked in 2 major galleries. I'm moving $80 million paintings. So like somebody could come and look at it to see if they want to buy it. You know, like they're considering buying an $80 million painting. So imagine the clientele, imagine the vibe.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes I'd be doing like full carpentry, full mold making, full scenic painting, working on the actual pieces next to the artists, doing mock-ups, doing samples, doing tests on materials and then getting things approved and working with a team and kind of like working in all those elements of like production, fabrication, what it is to exhibit art in a high-end way, and also how to make it and how to photograph it. And I think that really expanded like my vision. Like what's possible. If you got money, you can do anything. I worked in for some of the smallest budgets to some of the largest. Like I'm talking like $100 to produce a show to $10 million to produce a show.
Okay.
So I've seen the scale of production. That's what keeps me hungry. That's what keeps me like, oh, there's so many possibilities. There's so many things I haven't done.
Yeah. You learn to adapt to every scenario that you've been given.
Because I had to. Like I moved here 15, 16 years ago. Like I moved to Greenpoint. My first apartment, I had no job, like no big savings. Those apartments were cheap back then.
Yeah, because as you know, we've been around there.
This is a 3rd floor railroad, front to back, massive, beautiful apartment, $1,800 on Greenpoint Avenue. Top of the building, middle of the block. beautiful neighborhood. Now it's completely changed. I happened to walk into a store and I was like, I want to apply to become a display artist. It was an Urban Outfitters,
Oh wow.
and because I worked in one in college in Kansas City, Missouri. I had a part-time job working in the sales floor. We're selling shoes, working the fitting rooms, part-time during school. Turns out every store has a display artist. They have a little shop inside where they hand build everything. Used to be way cooler back then. I walk in and it turns out that the person that hired me in Kansas City was now like the head of visuals in New York.
Oh wow.
And I had her down as a reference and they're like, oh, we'll call you back. So within a couple of weeks, I got a call. They're like, hey, do you want to come do displays, in the West Village? And I was like, let's go. And that was my first job ever. I was probably making like $15 an hour as a freelancer with no health insurance. Moved from Kansas City, Missouri to upstate New York to Greenpoint, New York, after college.
No, yeah. You literally went straight to it.
Figuring it out.
Yeah.
And I happened to land this job that it became my favorite job I ever had.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I never thought that doing windows and merchandising and building the fixtures, styling the clothes, setting up the mannequins, silk screening the windows, designing light fixtures, like everything was drawn up. I'd buy the supplies and I'd make it. I worked in Soho, I traveled to Philly, Boston, I opened stores. It became a thing.
Yeah.
I would travel to open stores and do visuals. Mm-hmm. But after 3-4 years, I was like, this isn't enough money. We started doing fashion events, movie props, and that started expanding my creativity more. I'd be going on location to do a movie or a commercial. Mm-hmm. And that was sort of like, adapt, don't miss an opportunity.
Would you say yes to everything though? Like maybe in the early ages?
Maybe in the early ages because I wanted to meet people. I moved here with one person. It was like an ex-partner of mine. Mm-hmm. We met in college. We moved around a little bit. Eventually made it to Brooklyn, and I was like, I had no other friends here. Mm-hmm. I really didn't know anyone. Mm-hmm. And so getting into the job as a display artist was like a blessing because I met another 100 dudes like me. Mm-hmm. That were from like all over, creative type, skateboarder type, punk kids, DIYer artist kids. And those were the kids that I became good friends. Yeah. Who also later branched out, started their own companies, their own galleries, clothing brands, doing the same fabrication, art installation. Now I say no to a lot. Now where I'm at.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because like I've done some shit. I've done like the worst jobs for the littlest money. And I've done like the easiest, most beautiful jobs for a lot of money. Yeah. And I've seen the spectrum. Mm-hmm. And I know what I'm worth.
I think that takes time though, like learning to value yourself.
Takes time. So don't say yes to everything right away. Sometimes you got to say yes because it's the person you're going to meet. Okay. It's not even about the money. It's about the girl at the front desk that maybe you have a crush on. Yeah.
He immediately went like, yo.
It all depends what's gonna pull you and what you're looking for at that moment. Yeah. I've been here over 15 years. Now I'm like, well, I don't really want to do that. But I pass it on to someone who might. Okay. Because people did that for me. I get reached out for all sorts of things. Mm-hmm. Hey, you want to fly over here to this other state and like install this piece of art for like 5 days and we'll put you in a hotel? And I'm like, I already know what that's going to be like. You're going to put me in a room with some other dude. We're going to share a 2-bedroom thing, because you have no budget. I've done that. I'm told for that.
You have to listen carefully and read everything carefully.
It all depends on what you want. Yeah. What if like in that moment, like you secretly want to go to Miami for a vacation? Yeah. Maybe you get a free flight out of it. And nowadays I'm like, man, I'll just fly myself, dude. I'll go wherever. I'll go for fun if I want. One thing I do now every now and then is I install art in people's homes. Okay. Oh. Just private clients. Yeah. Usually like a little side gig. It's manageable work. And I enjoy that. I enjoy installing art. Mm-hmm. I really do.
Out of all the jobs that you've taken over the years, would you say that being at the museum and handling art, that's what you've loved to do the most?
My favorite jobs of all time, I would say I was a window display artist. It's interesting because now I work for the Met Costume Institute. So we install the Met Gala exhibition. Like that is my primary job. What that job entails throughout the year is mannequins, mock-ups, displays, photography, sets. And little did I know that I would like end up there and it would use all of my skills. And I get to dabble in everything. Like I get to be on the creative end, making creative decisions. I get to be painting and cutting, mounts, mannequins, assembling things, mocking up things, putting things on photo shoots, working with photographers, working with the curators to like decide what looks better. I get to do a little bit of all the things I've touched throughout my history here in New York.
You get to use all your skills there.
All the skills come out, and even when I least expect it.
What's the latest exhibit that you worked on?
Current exhibition now is our spring exhibition, which is the Superfine exhibition, which if you haven't seen it yet, you should see it because I'm going to deinstall that on the 27th
Okay.
of October.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Go check it
Go
out.
check out
Yeah,
the
go check it out.
Superfine show. It's a beautiful show. It's the first menswear show in 20 years, I think.
Oh, wow.
Focuses on the dandy, Harlem style, juke style, black designers, all men's fashion. We got some zoot suits in there.
Oh,
Got a
yeah,
little-
definitely.
A little taste of that. The way the show's designed is really great. But throughout the year, I'm overlapping with the next one
Okay.
because we're constantly working towards the next spring. It takes all year.
Yeah.
So I'm working on the next one while this one's up, and I have to maintain the show every day.
Yeah.
You're always on like what's next. Even
Always.
after doing like what's next. What next?
Always, because these take years to plan, and there's a lot of moving parts. I'm the only technician in my department.
Yeah.
I'm the one Latino, brown-speaking, Spanish-speaking guy,
Yeah.
and the one head installer for the department.
Yeah.
Has it been like that in most of the places that you've gone to? Like
There's
where
a
you're
lot
the
less of
only.
me.
There's a lot less. Oh.
If this was Los Angeles, it might be a different story.
Yeah.
But as far as like industry goes in New York,
Yeah.
there are a lot less people like me, you know, so I have to work twice as hard.
Yeah.
I have to work twice as hard to prove sometimes that I know what I'm doing.
It's like even if you have all the experience, you have all the education for it,
Yeah.
they kind of still see you as like the
I
minority.
mean, sometimes like look at me, I get to wear whatever I want to work.
Yeah.
Sometimes
Yeah.
the outfits are a little wild. Sometimes I didn't get any sleep.
Yeah.
Sometimes I threw something together. Sometimes I look like a skateboarder. Sometimes I look like some punk gang member. And,
What's up, homie?
and they might judge me how they see me, you know?
Yeah.
But they're like, hey, man, I have this job for a reason. Like,
Oh, yeah.
trust me, I got you. I like to get to know people while we're working. I talk to anyone, basically. I think that if we connect, if I make you laugh, if I make you chill out, if we can relate on something, we're all going to find something in common. And that's how you sort of like get in with people.
You
And
find the common ground.
you find the common, you ease them down, you do the task,
Yeah.
you know?
I would say you have like really great personal skills. I feel like you're able to talk to people no matter where they're from. You're very open as well.
I had to learn that. It's been years working with people.
Yeah.
Not everyone likes you. Not everyone is down with your style. That goes for men and women,
Yeah.
all types. I've worked with some very difficult people. But I think through my journey and my practice, self-improvement and slowing down, it takes time to break out of your own shell.
No, yeah, because it's just like you learn to adapt to places, but you also have to learn to adapt to people.
Of course.
You know.
And the better you are at talking to people and being open with people and honest and listen, like if you're not watching me or hearing me while I'm talking to you, then I don't respect you. Why would I respect when you talk to me? It goes both ways. Be present with people. Listen. Look at me when you talk to me. Be very clear on what you want. And that will help you work with people, especially when they're difficult.
Yeah, communication is always key.
They're going to
No
test
matter-
you.
Yeah.
They're going to test you too. Some people just like to mess with you.
Yeah.
You know, I mess with people too, but like,
You're
but like, but it's a way for me to like get them to loosen up. If I show up somewhere at work, sometimes I'm like, oh my God, you're late. Did you take care of that thing that I asked you for? And a lot of people will get frazzled. Like, oh my God, what thing? And I'm, dude, nothing. They're just relaxed. Like I made that up. Just something as simple as that.
Yeah.
You know, like it gets people to react
Yeah.
before they even know what we're talking about. I'm trying to improve and practice on a day-to-day is like, don't overreact. Just take 2 seconds before you answer. Because someone might throw some wild-ass question at you, some horrible commentary at you, some nasty interaction, but like, just like process that for a second, then answer. Don't overreact. Don't get nasty.
Learning a lot from
Because then you
Héctor.
make some hasty decisions. You make some bad decisions.
You really got to just like really think.
You gotta think a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the thing when you're young, like you don't think. You're kind of like in the moment, you're like, you react.
Which is
and-
great too, being like innocent and being clueless
Yeah.
and not knowing too much is beautiful. Because now when you're like older, when you've gone through rough times, when you've made mistakes, now you know too much. You overthink.
Yeah.
You before you perform, you know, and then that's a hard thing for an artist, to be fluid and intuitive, because you're already thinking of like the final product, or you're trying to cloud your vision. What are people going to say about this? And then for me, making art, my art has never been my job. I show it every now and then. I design T-shirts and zines and prints. I sell them every now and then. I do flyers for people. I do logos. I do merch. I'll design a tattoo for somebody. There's people out there with like tattoos by me.
Yeah, that's really cool.
That's fire.
And that puts pressure on me to deliver a product, because now I'm trying to please you. It's not just for me and however I want it to look and how fun I want to make it, and I get lost in it.
No, yeah.
You know,
it's not about what you like, it's what if they like it. Yeah.
My art is not my job.
Yeah.
But I do work in an art field. A guy told me a joke on the street the other day.
Oh yeah.
He told me 3 jokes.
Yeah.
He said, what do you call a 3-eyed Mexican?
What?
What do you call a 3-eyed Mexican?
I don't know.
Ay, ay, ay. He was Palestinian. He was chilling. I met him right in front of the basketball courts on West 4th. I was hanging out outside, my buddy's tattoo shop. Dude walks by. Start chatting up. Start talking about stuff, the world, and then he hits me with 3 jokes. And that one was like,
eyes.
I was like, yo, that's just day to day, dude. Like, that's just like, I have a lot of things like that every day. This just happens to me. Like,
I think it's also because you live the life you want for yourself. Like, you know, you have fun with your life, you have fun with your day, you attract that, right? If you want to have fun, you're gonna try to attract that. If you're sad, you're gonna be in a sad mood.
I believe in that. I mean, misery loves company, right?
Yeah.
But also, you attract what you give. And when you're kind, when you're fun, when you're just open and you listen, and those people feel that. A lot of times, this stuff finds me. You know, me and my friends, we call it plot twists. Because like, oh, what happened to you last night? You know, like I was like, oh, I was just met someone at the bar. Like we started shooting pool. Then I met their friends, and then I'm at their house eating dinner. And then and now we're going out this weekend.
Yeah.
It's plot twists to the day.
Yeah.
And to life. And you never know who you're going to meet in the city. That's the thing.
You had mentioned that you're originally from Texas, right?
I'm from Houston, Texas.
From Houston, Texas.
Yeah.
So what made you do that jump? Because it's like Houston, Texas to New York. It's a totally different world.
Yep. And my parents are from Matamoros, Tamaulipas.
Oh, shout out.
Matamoros in the house. Rio Bravo in the house. Norteños.
Tigres del Norte.
They came over and as immigrants and had me in Houston, Texas. All my family is from the valley, that they call El Valle, which is like McAllen, Texas, Bronzeville, Texas, and then right on the other border you have Matamoros. And that's where both sides, all my aunts and uncles. So my entire life was down there, like traveling down there 4 or 5 times a year since I was little, till my 20s maybe, till I went to college. I make that trip because we could drive down there in like 6-7 hours, you know, and that always kept me in like both worlds. And that's something that has stayed with me. When you grow up in a border type environment, then you are constantly like being the most American pop culture consumer that there is, and then at the same time you're stuck in these traditional ways that are like Catholic and like home cooked meals, traditional music, traditional clothing, and going to church on Sunday because you have to. And a strict home and like a strict traditional upbringing.
Yeah.
And then wanting to do all this like crazy pop culture stuff, MTV, tattoos, rock and roll, fashion, clothes, funky haircuts, you know, that would piss your dad off, you know? And then I was caught in both worlds. And you go to Mexico, you're like, oh, that kid's American. No sabe nada. Like, he doesn't even speak Spanish. And then you're in the States and they treat you like a Mexican, but he's not American enough. He's one of those. And you're kind of like living in both worlds. When you're young, I feel like you want to fit in, you want to adapt in your environment. My mom always sent me to the best schools, you know, and so I wasn't in a rich family, but she made sure I got into the magnet schools, the Vanguard schools. You had to apply to get in. And they were always like on the other side of town. There was always less of you in these environments. The classes were more advanced. The focus was on academics. But you were mixed in with the regular kids from the barrio, you know, and like that caused a lot of tension with other cultures, with other kids. So I was always used to being moved around, like in schools. Like to go to the better schools, to go to this school, to go to the art school, to go. So when college came up, I was like, it's either New York or California, because they're a completely opposite end of the United States.
Yeah.
And they're the furthest from my parents.
Yeah.
I applied to maybe 6 or 7 art schools, which, are very expensive. Having a good portfolio, taking what you do serious, getting help from your mentors, applying to a lot of schools. I got some scholarship money. I got into all the schools. But then it came down to like, all right, finances and what region, what coast do I want to be on? At that moment, I decided I was going to go to Oakland, California, because I wanted to be a painter. Actually, I wanted to be an illustrator. Let me rewind that. I was going to be an illustrator because I was like, I should have a job.
Okay.
If I become an illustrator, designer, I'll learn the computer stuff. I'll become a graphics guy. I'll have a job working on a magazine or doing animation. And I was like, that was my thought.
Okay.
Doing covers, doing albums, doing all the designs for things, print media. After like a semester, I'm like, I like the fine art department better because I could be in the studio getting messy, throwing paint and playing and having fun. When you're a designer, you're stuck at a desk. You're on a computer, you're on a pad. Everything was like this, everything was constrained. I couldn't really expand and have fun. I feel like now I'm an illustrator. Like now I do a bunch of digital work and drawing, and it's come full circle.
Yeah.
But I resisted the computer for so long. Like I'm not a computer guy at all. Till this day, I'm terrible at it. I'll lose all your files.
Yeah.
My resolution's terrible. It takes me forever to figure out how to print something.
Yeah.
Like my shit's a mess. I still prefer traditional hand drawn, scanning, paint, handmade over anything.
You like to be hands-on when you do
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, definitely.
You were talking about like going to the best schools and then being in the arts. At what age did you know that you wanted to go into the arts specifically?
I want to say seriously, probably 17, 18, when I was finishing up high school. Because I went to a really intense, like college level type art school, high school,
Okay.
where we had 3 hours of art every day. And this was in Houston, Texas. And that school had ballet, it had theater, it had choir, jazz, singing, like dancing, full-on performances, productions. Because before I would just make little drawings on like notebook paper.
Okay. Yeah.
And then when I get into this school is when I'm like, holy moly, like ceramics, printing press, carpentry, fabrication, metal, casting, photography, every type of medium you ever wanted to try. And seeing what the kids were making, it was like advanced level. Like that blew my mind.
Yeah.
And that's when I was like, this is what I love doing. That's when I really got a taste for fine art and what it could be, and so at 17, 18, I go to art school. So I moved to Oakland, California. Go from illustration into painting, printmaking. After a year, I leave because it was like unaffordable. The city's expensive. Living situation was tough, far away from home. And I ended up moving to a cheaper city with a very good school. I went to the Kansas City Art Institute, which is in Missouri. Rent was way cheap. The school was a great school. One of my favorite painters went there, who was also from Texas, Robert Rauschenberg. Texas born, went to Kansas City as a painter. And I was like, he did it. And I was like, I should go there. And also I had some friends there. Made it an easy transition, much more affordable to live. But a very different place. The Midwest is a very different place.
Yeah.
So I lived in Kansas City. I used to call it Kansas Shitty.
Yeah.
Shout out to Kansas City, Missouri.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
Yeah.
I lived there for about 5-6 years.
Wow.
Made a bunch of new friends in the Midwest. Got to focus on art because there was not a whole lot to do in that town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trouble finds you in that town.
Oh, trouble fine.
Trouble finds you in that town. But a lot of good punk shows.
Yeah.
A lot of traveling kids, a lot of squatter kids, a lot of crust punks, a lot of good shows, a lot of good music. A lot of hardcore metal bands, a lot of skateboarding, graffiti, a lot of vandalism, a lot of like parties in my apartment. It was like my rambunctious lifestyle in my early 20s.
Yeah.
And eventually, after like 6 years, I moved to upstate New York.
And growing up, obviously, you're going to school, and your mom's always also finding the best schools for you to go to. What did she think when you told her, hey, actually, I want to go into the arts, and, I want to actually become an illustrator, obviously, in the beginning?
Yeah, obviously.
So, what was that conversation like?
Your parents always want to make sure you got a job.
Of course.
They don't want to be some artist, hippie burnout, pothead, painter.
Yeah.
So my mom always wanted me to become an architect.
Oh, okay.
My dad's a carpenter, and he's a handyman, carpenter, electrician.
Got it.
He will rewire a whole house. He's a professional electrician by trade. Now retired, but ever since he stopped working, he continues doing the handyman work.
Got it.
So I learned a lot of my tools and building and carpentry from him, early on. But for him, if you can make stuff and you can produce or do this sort of trade work, it's respectable, right?
Yes.
And for my mother, it's you should do something you love, but also that pays the bills. So she always thought that architecture would be great because I love drawing, and I'm always drawing. I still draw every day. When I tell them that I'm going to go to art school, I was like, well, Mom, I kind of really hate school. Like I don't like math. Architecture is a shitload of math.
Yeah.
And I'm not big in the academics. I did terrible in school.
Yeah.
I barely did my homework. But I chose to, I was like, but I'm going to become an illustrator. Because that's I could do print magazine. I could do all types of ads and things. And so I guess it sounded like there is a job there,
Yeah.
So, but she was always like, as long as you're happy, we're happy.
Okay.
That was her number one. We're going to support you on whatever decision you make and whatever you want to be, as long as that's really, truly what makes you happy. Now she sees that my path brought me here to my job now. So she's like, oh, he turned out all right.
Yeah.
He turned out all right, even though I graduated with a degree in painting.
Yeah.
I'm a painter.
Yeah.
I really am a painter. I used to paint canvases. I haven't made one in a while. I think the last painting I made was for my mom. I made her a present.
Oh, that's so
Made her,
beautiful.
and it was a religious painting, so it was of course she loved it. I made a painting of the praying hands, but I had to do a twist on it. So the hands are completely covered in tattoos.
Whoa.
Okay.
So even though she hates my tattoos, and doesn't approve of them, she had to love it because all the tattoos and symbology in the painting are about my family.
Oh.
It has relatives that passed away. It has my original phone number from my home growing up. It has the street I grew up on. It has our pet names. It has the family name on each finger. It's all the mom, dad, sister, brother, everyone. And it's all tied in the tattoos. But it is a religious iconography painting, but she loves it. And it has a little bit of edge to it. It has a little bit of twist.
You always have to add your own style to it.
Yeah, because she always asks me for things, and it's the corniest thing. I'm just like, Mom, you want me to design you a Zumba T-shirt for your community class? In my head, I'm already all right, this sounds hideous, but Mom, I got you.
Yeah.
So I have to go back and brainstorm on how I'm going to make this cool, because it needs to be a little bit different, a little weird, a little funkier.
Yeah.
Because she won't love it till she sees it. Most people don't know what they want until you give them something, and then they see it. Most people don't know what they want. They might think they know what they want, but then you present them this idea, and they're like, "I never thought of that."
Yeah.
I love that. So you just gotta get creative with it.
Yeah.
I feel all the knowledge that you've gained as well from arts, illustrating, you've also carried it onto your fashion. You don't have certainly a specific fashion wise, but I feel you kind of pull a little bit from everywhere.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
How would you describe your fashion style?
I mean, it's a little bit of streetwear, a little bit of workwear, Chicano twists with a little bit of vintage. I just wear what I like. I never studied fashion. Never went to fashion school. Never had money for high-end fashion. I shopped at Ross when I was in high school, digging through the racks. But I always found the oddball stuff because nobody wanted it in my neighborhoods, and I always wanted to wear what the other kids weren't wearing.
Got it.
So what drew me to vintage t-shirts was that nobody has that t-shirt. If you're poor, if you're creative, you're much more resourceful. And you're be able to take and piece. That's how I sort of make my outfits. I'm always around fashion books and magazines at my job. There's a million of them. I'm always seeing garments and patterns and colors and everything. And so I'm oh, this looks great. I like those two together. I like how they mix these textiles with these stripes, with these shoes. And I might not wear that, but I might wear that and that. I love graphics, print graphics, and like crazy old shirts and
Yeah, that is
patterns.
true. You always have like a print on you.
Yeah.
But would you say you are more leaning towards like a colorful outfit than just like
I go through moods. I have found that I feel more confident and happier when I'm put together and I feel good about the outfit. It makes me feel good if I'm feeling not too high frequency. I'm feeling a little low. I'm feeling a little bit. I didn't sleep well. But if I take a shower, I get tidy. I wear my favorite pants, my favorite T-shirt. It does something that like just I'm already feeling better. I'm already feeling good.
Yeah.
And that could be a $5 shirt, a 20-year-old pair of pants. Like it's special to you and you feel good in it.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
And it fits you well and you feel comfortable. When I buy pieces now, I'm looking for something that I know I'm going to wear a lot.
Would you say you lean more towards comfortability then?
Comfort is definitely,
Yeah, right.
it has to be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because no matter how cool those shoes are,
Yeah.
they might suck to walk in.
Oh yeah, trust. My
Might
feet are
suck to
dead.
walk in, like sure, like those boots are hot, but your feet are going to kill you anytime you wear them.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, did you have a skinny jean era?
Of course.
I feel like everyone has a skinny
Of
jean.
course. I worked at Urban Outfitters. Like I worked at Urban Outfitters when like the skinny cigarette pant hit.
Oh my goodness.
And
Oh.
we had like My Chemical Romance. We had like
Yeah.
those
Oh,
bands.
okay.
We had those bands
Yeah.
hitting, Warped Tour hitting, and we had the skinny
Me the
cigarette.
Horizon.
We had the cigarette pant, which is
Yeah.
literally like tights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was like before the yoga pant. There was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a denim yoga pant. And guys were wearing it.
Yeah, you could
Guys
see
were wearing
the
it.
outline of the
Um,
phone in the pocket.
Yeah.
That's how tight they were.
I never went that tight, but I did go skinny, because I was wearing Chuck Taylors. I was wearing like Vans. I was wearing like band shirts.
Yeah.
And skinny jeans. I was always a t-shirt and jeans guy. I still am. Now
Yeah.
everything is wide.
Yeah. Trust me. Yeah, I just
Mm,
recently started using the wide
A
pants,
little bit wider.
but it was different change for me.
Do you like it?
I love it.
Yeah,
I can't go
it's
back.
more comfortable.
Yeah, so much
It's more
room.
comfortable.
So much room.
Skinny doesn't make sense really anymore,
Mm-mm.
unless you're going for that look.
No, yeah.
As far as comfort, you need comfortable.
But I mean, a fashion always gets recycled. So honestly, like we might just see the
Every
skinny
20
jean.
years.
Yeah, we're gonna see the skinny jean come back. So
It's already
we'll
back.
see it.
I feel it's already kind of back.
I think we're hitting more of a straight pants era.
Straight.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Just
boot cut.
Yeah. I think
'Cause,
that's
like-
where we're aiming right now.
I think like in the fall now, and also with the rise of like Western wear,
Yeah.
it had a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
And even with like Louis Vuitton, like did a whole Western
Mm.
collection.
Mhm.
And that was like after like a year or two of music and culture and maybe the corrido culture, maybe the influence of Western wear into high fashion.
Would you say music is a huge contributor to fashion? Like first music comes and then fashion, or
I have
first?
friends that argue that fashion comes first. I have friends that argue that.
Really?
I don't know.
But it's like the chicken or the egg. It's like
Yeah.
they all feed each other, and I think that they all react towards each other.
Yeah, because technically, like, you tell the artist, wear this. Because, if you're going to, the more you wear this, the more people are going to start seeing it. Now I want to wear that.
Or they're an influencer, they're an innovator.
Mhm.
They're the first to do it. They're like, oh, I like wearing my pants this way.
Yeah.
When I walk around like Soho or like downtown, Times Square, Lower East Side, I'm watching what all these kids are wearing.
Yeah.
Because they're the youth now. They're wearing stuff that I might not wear. Stuff that is new and up and coming designers are wearing like some wacky outfits that I'm like, whoa, that's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
I wish I could do that.
No, yeah.
Or I never thought of that. It comes from younger generations, and then bigger companies catch on that. They observe on that. They do blogs, street photography, books on this.
Yeah.
There's magazines on this, and it's documenting like subcultures, lower income neighborhoods, punk kids on St. Mark's, and the kids in the park that skate, and those are what the fashion houses look at. It always starts somewhere, and then someone takes it and makes it a product, right? Does music influence fashion? Of course. Does fashion influence music? Yes.
Yeah.
And art and painting and music and design, it all
It is the chicken or die.
it's all pulling each other.
Yeah.
and supporting each other
Mhm.
and fighting each other.
Would you say,
Yeah.
but for you personally, would you say that music influences you? You know, like say you're listening to music as you're getting ready, and then you know,
Definitely.
you'll-
Because like, oh, I'm going to go see my friend DJ and it's all salsa.
oh, yeah,
Oh, then that's a mood. And I'm
Yeah.
over here like doing the steps
Yeah,
while
yeah.
I'm getting ready, and I'm like, all right, I'm good. Let's go.
Yeah.
If I'm going to like a goth night, I wear the boots, some silver jewelry. The mood is darker. I'm playing The Cure. I'm playing Depeche Mode.
Yeah.
I'm playing some synth wavy stuff. I'm getting in the vibe.
Yeah.
I have music on from the moment I get up. I have music throughout work. I'm wearing headphones almost all the time
Yeah.
yeah.
because it makes it better. It's like, why wouldn't I have music on?
So you had touched up on bands. What would you say are your top 3 bands
Oh my
that you
God.
listen to?
Top
I know.
3 bands.
Well, just I would have said one, but I'll give you 3, just to like,
That's crazy. That's crazy.
or what you're listening to recently.
Well, recently, I put out these playlists. It's like maybe twice a month. The main genre, synthy 80s sounding, dark wave, post-punk, like that sound. It's sort of like a bit melancholy. It's a little bit darker, droned out lyrics. But it's danceable. So it's like dark but danceable world, which is bands like The Cure, Bauhaus, Depeche Mode. Those sounds, what new bands are recreating that sound just like that.
Yeah.
And especially if the lyrics are in Spanish, I love that even more. So I'm always looking for like the newest
Yeah.
that sounds old. But it could be cumbia, reggaeton. It could be all genres.
Yeah.
But mostly it's more leaning towards rock music and punk rock music and post-punk music lately. It's giving me the energy I want.
I feel it's also the weather. You know, you're coming back to like the fall weather, so you're like, let me switch it up to, let me go darker. Let me go.
Yeah, because summer's like you're
summer's
out,
fun.
you're like tropical music, you're dancing, it's hot,
Yeah.
it's like fun. But depending on the mood,
Yeah.
I'm not always happy. I might be going through something,
Yeah.
and I'm in my feels. I'm in some like Bobby Pulido world, I'm in like some, I have a bunch of alter egos.
Yeah.
Bobby Crudillo
Oh shit.
is one of my alter egos. My other that's like the Tejano Hector, the Tejano sad boy, Bobby Crudillo.
Yeah.
And then when I'm like the goth rocker, I'm Roberto Smith. Those are different personalities.
Yeah.
Of course.
We've had this new development, Hunter Serna. This one came up last week because I was like, maybe I should get a motorcycle. And the woman who gave me my coffee on the Upper East Side was like, I have a coffee here for Hunter. She got it wrong.
No.
But then my friend that was with me was like, oh, Hunter Serna, there's a new character.
Yeah.
New character unlocked. So then he rides a
New
motorcycle.
skin unlocked.
Yeah.
He rides a motorcycle.
Yeah.
He's like kind of like he's kind of like a biker guy.
Yeah.
He's tattooed. These are personalities.
Yeah.
And I think that they all are a part of me.
You do have a lot of tattoos. I will say that. Well, that we can see. But which one would you say is your favorite one?
I have like 50 tattoos. My legs are covered. One of my first tattoos was this iron.
Oh shit.
So it's like that's one of my favorite tattoos because it was actually literally my first tattoo I ever got in a shop.
Yeah.
But the memory of this tattoo, when I was a kid, I jumped into the bed while my mom was getting my clothes ready in the morning, and the iron was sitting on the bed. I jumped in the bed, the iron stuck on my leg right there.
Oh shit. Okay.
So it's stuck sizzling my leg. I'm screaming. I was in like kindergarten, first grade.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. No.
And then my mom goes to yank it off my leg, and then I had this huge scar.
Okay.
So it was always the most vivid, violent memory that I remember, and I was like, I'm gonna get a tattoo of that over the scar
Wow.
because I thought it was
Yeah.
cool. I was like, it's
Yeah,
over the
yeah.
scar. It's like,
Yeah.
I have a tattoo of Cantinflas right here.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
He's like dancing.
Yeah.
He was a street sweeper.
Yeah.
He's kind of like the Mexican Charlie Chaplin,
Yeah. Definitely.
and he brought humor to every situation.
Mhm.
And he also would just be like funny and charismatic, and he would always end up playing all these roles. He'd be a doctor, he'd be like a magician, he would get himself into every situation just by being himself.
Yeah.
And like his outfit was like rags,
Yeah.
It was like
You
a
have the
rope,
baggy jeans.
torn pants. They were
Yeah.
baggy. Like that fit is fire now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It is
Everybody
fire.
uses that outfit.
The Cantinflas fit. That's
the
another.
bandana, like on the
Yeah.
neck.
He's a hipster.
Yeah.
Got a little hat, you know.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
He dances great.
Mhm.
Like it's a cool fit. And he's got a vest.
No, yeah.
And so I have that tattooed on the side of my leg here. I actually was tattooing. I was tattooing in about 2014.
Oh, wow.
I started tattooing.
Okay.
I got the license, bought the equipment.
Yeah.
The tops of my legs here are all covered in things that I did on myself
Yeah.
to learn.
Yeah.
And I started tattooing people in my apartment. Probably did 20, 30 tattoos. That was about 2 to 3 years. You know, 2014, about 2017. 2017, I got the job at the Met. I had to move. I changed apartments. I had a smaller place. I was working full time. And little by little, I tattooed less. And 2020, fast forward, I get a really dope art studio. Like I get my dream art studio.
Yeah.
So it's in Westchester. I had the tattoo station. I had better equipment. I bought the printer. I had a really dope environment set up for it. But the two things that happened that made it more impossible was that one, it was in Westchester, so it was like 2 hours out.
Yeah.
Ain't
Nobody
trying to
would
go.
come out there.
Yeah.
I think I tattooed maybe 4 people
Wow.
ever in that studio. And then the pandemic hit.
Oh,
Yeah.
So at the beginning of me getting that studio, the pandemic hits, all tattooing is shut down.
yeah.
People are bugging about health codes, bugging about blood pathogens and spreading diseases, and
It
like
was
nobody's
scary.
moving.
Scary.
So that put a halt on that, and I didn't really pursue it. But I still have the equipment. I still keep my license active. I still design tattoos for people. I might do one on myself for fun, like
Yeah.
one of these days. I'll still do it. And if you look at my drawings, I mean, they're like, it's there. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
There's
definitely inspiration. To
there's
tattoo
inspiration. It's a whole. I love the way they look. I love that they're on your body. It's an ancient form of art. That's
them. Yeah.
one of the oldest.
Goes back to you.
One of the oldest. It stays with you forever, you know, and it's wild. I think crazy people get tattooed. You got to be crazy to get tattooed. To sit through the pain.
Are we crazy
to, like,
over here?
Yeah.
Sit through the pain. To
That
do
hurts
it,
a lot.
To like to be committed to want something
Yeah.
that bad.
You know,
gotta be a little bit.
People don't
crazy.
tell you that it hurts a lot.
It's a small surgery.
Yeah, I have one right here.
Yeah, it
Yeah,
hurts a
the
lot.
cactus, and
Hurts
it's
a
just
lot.
like everyone's like it doesn't hurt.
And depends where you get it. It hurts more.
Yo, that hurt a lot. I don't know how I did it. 1 hour of pain. It was crazy.
I'll tap out after 3-4 hours. That's it.
You know, 3-4
3 hours. 3 hours tops. I'm
You know
like,
what's the curious thing? I still want to get another one.
Well, if you get one, you want it more.
Yeah.
If I wear long sleeve, nobody would know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like I don't have anything visible.
No, yeah.
I could work in a professional environment.
Mhm.
Like nobody, there's no neck, face, hands.
Would you ever that your hands are not tatted?
I always say no.
But you don't.
I always say no, but just because I like it that it's secret.
Mm.
Like even I never went down to my forearms.
Yeah, that's what I kept noticing. You know, you have all the tattoos, but you didn't touch these. So,
It changes the way they look at you. It changes. I like my arms though. I like having. I might not want to look at that forever.
That's true.
Me personally.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like
No,
that,
yeah.
I'm gonna look at forever.
No, yeah.
Like this is gonna be highly visible to me.
No, yeah.
And what if I completely hate that in a few years?
No, yeah.
So I've been spreading towards the chest
Mhm.
and like other areas.
Now we're entering to our final segment that is called Spooky Story Time or Paranormal Activity. What has you ever seen a ghost or experienced something like that?
When I had COVID, I had a dream that there was something on my back. Growing up, I had a friend that had a haunted house. They claimed that when they took the floorboards up, these are all the things I heard from them.
Yeah,
When
yeah.
they took the floorboards up in the basement when they were going to move out and renovate the house, they found a bunch of like